Time, guys. Blood. Blood.
And welcome to Say Less, Say More. Episode 6 from the trio that you didn't know that you needed. We in the mood for Halloween. We got all kinds of stuff in store for you tonight. Got a little bit of sports. Apparently, we have it on good authority that Roman Reigns is not a good person.
He's not, y'all.
What happened on the Joe Budden podcast this week?
Joe Budden podcast.
What makes someone an intellectual and much, much more? I am 2-5, and of course I got the gang with me, the one and only El Residente. And this other guy, I think he's going by Batman this week.
I am Batman.
All right. So let's get right to it. So, this week, guys, it's Halloween.
Yep.
Some of us got little ones. Some of us got older ones that,
True.
don't do these things anymore.
True.
But, real quick, check out chopchat.com tomorrow because that new article going to be coming down. Florida State needs to wake up. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, we touched on a lot of things on Sports Reports as ordered. Some Brian Kelly, some LSU.
Yep.
We got picks coming on Friday.
Pigs.
What's going on with y'all?
Just want to say, some people know me as the Dark Knight. Some know me as the Cape Crusader. Some know me as Vengeance. Some know me as simply the Bat. But I am Batman.
All right.
Black.
Thank you.
Outside of that, life is good.
Okay.
Had a good time. Been hanging out with my kids and just enjoying the time with the fellas.
For sure. Well, last week had a great week. Went to Fort Lauderdale. That was fun. Shout out to Akaba, ACABA. Your boy was named one of the Global Black 100 elites.
Like that.
Didn't see that coming, but definitely, I don't do what I do for accolades, but I'm always grateful for an opportunity to shout out the people that do amazing work. And honestly, it was a really crazy experience. Like around the table, and I don't think I talked to y'all about this. Around the table that I was at was like really amazing people. And the fact that Akaba was able to get these people from around the world to come to Fort Lauderdale for that event. It was held at the Tower Plaza. It was on the top floor of the building, the 28th floor, and it was overlooking the entire city, so you can see the ocean from the hotel. And at my table, there were some amazing people. Just to give you a small snippet. So the lady that was right across from me and the gentleman, they both they owned multiple medical facilities in the Caribbean. It was another couple at the table that owned one of the largest Black-owned feminine hygiene products companies in the world. Then it was another gentleman at the table whose job was, he pretty much worked in cultural in diversity, equity, and inclusion, I guess you say, but for the largest 7 movie studios in the world. So Paramount Pictures, 21st Century,
Fox.
He said Fox. He said Netflix is one of the largest ones now. So
Where's Disney?
And I was at the table. So I'm like, okay, if y'all say I belong here, then I belong here. But it was a great opportunity, a great experience. And I also got to spend a lot of time with my wife. We did a whole lot of sleeping and Netflixing and chilling, if you know what I mean.
Shout out to the diplomat.
Lots of quality time. I like that. Good job.
All right. Well, I guess it's about that time, y'all. We need to say a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, I've been known to play a parlay or two. But fellas, is sports betting going too far nowadays? Like, do you feel that sports is headed towards ruin?
Uh, as a person who often makes parlays and uses prize picks, I would say yes, it's definitely ruining sports.
Mm.
I would say that you could keep the parlays, but all the individual player scores 23 points, 500 yards, and it's ruining sports because the players are getting death threats from fans, and I also think that it's just it's not a good way. It's just it's doing too much. It's going too far.
All right. Now, what you think, Rez?
Yes. I definitely think that sports betting is gonna go. It is definitely ruining. If you believe in the purity of sports and you do believe in the fact that it's a untainted game, and you don't, I don't want people who want to believe that the game is rigged. I think this will give, especially over the course of time, much more and more reason for people to believe that the game is rigged. Especially now that the stuff is coming out with the NBA, and the stuff that's coming out, regarding gambling. We've had 2 years straight now where gambling's been a big story in the NBA in particular, which I find really peculiar that the sport with the most black people will be the one that
Takes the biggest
gets
hit.
all this attention, which is crazy. Also, the fact that, and I'm gonna get off because I'm gonna let you cook 2-5. The fact that, as it was mentioned on the
Joe Budden podcast,
the main focus of the gambling accusations are the mob, but we haven't heard about one mobster yet. We've only heard about NBA players, so that's really an interesting thing for me. But just if you're coming back to the original question, yeah, I definitely think that sports betting is ruining sports as we know it.
Just one question: do you think that the black people are the focus of it because they're the biggest names, or do you think that it's just because
I
they're on
think that I think that's probably the biggest factor, because they come out here talking about Ray Corleone. We don't know who that is. We don't know his face. We haven't seen him on commercials and all that stuff. So, I mean, it makes sense from that standpoint. But at the same time, damn all that. Like, what I'm saying? If these are the faces of it, then make them the faces of it. Like, we always
Exactly.
faces of negativity, you know.
Yep.
But as far as is sports being ruined by betting, I look at it like this. Once upon a time, there was a man named Job, and he was so faithful to the Lord, lost his family, everything else, and never wavered. But then you got people like Solomon, who out here banging everything that moves. So, do I think that sports headed towards ruin? I think we're already there. I don't think that Adam Silver and Roger Goodell, Manfred and these people are sitting around trying to manipulate sports. So I don't think it's rigged in that way. But there's always going to be bad apples and bad seeds that find a way to game the system and come up. So, like, what I would propose is if we want to deal with this head on, the first thing you probably do is get rid of the prop bets. What's the point of it? You know what I mean? Outside of the casinos making money, or wherever is collecting the money, making money, the bookies and whatnot. So when I first heard this story, I have to admit, me and Rez are on the one side of the fence where we're like, yo, who's Chauncey Billups? Like, this guy's supposed to be a Hall of Famer. But I can honestly say that he is probably one of the last names I would have ever thought would have been involved in something like this. Now, as far as the mob goes, maybe people are afraid to say their names, because there's things that comes with saying names and telling stories, right? Like that. That's why, like, somebody was making a joke the other day about, is Gilbert Arenas out here snitching on everybody? He better not be. But I think that we're already headed down that dark road. We just made a left turn, and at the end of the corner is the integrity of sports.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Just coming back to the question about, why are the black athletes the faces of this thing? I think it's largely to do with the fact that we got to look at the administration that's running it, right? Running this. Let's put this out there, right? So, one, we don't want to act like this actually started out under the Trump administration. It did not. This administration, this is a 2-year investigation that's been going on. So it started under the Biden administration, but the Trump administration, when they fired, I want to say James Comey as the director of the FBI and brought in Cash Patel. We know that there's a specific thing that this administration loves more than anything else in the world, and it's a headline. And whatever is the most salacious and will get them the most attention, they're willing to do it. I believe that if this story would have come out a few years ago or a year ago when we still had a different administration, not to make this a right or left thing, there would have been much more focus on the fact that this is a mob-centered situation. But we know that we currently have an administration that enjoys stoking the fuels of hatred. And when you talk about black, rich people, that's a much easier target than mobsters. Also, to your point, 25, the fact that nobody wants to mess with the mob, right? So even if you're going after the mob, like the things that they're saying, even the things that they're saying that Chauncey Billups did, weren't things that they're saying he did. They're saying the things that happened and he was around. He's not being charged with gambling on sports or anything like that. He's being charged with money laundering and wire fraud. But the things that were happening in the gambling, where there were tables with like X-ray tables. There were people with glasses, with the camera glasses, and all of that. So like it was a lot of that stuff going on. But Chauncey Billups don't have capacity to do that stuff. So why aren't we making like the target should be the target? Also, going back to why Chauncey Billups should not be a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
what's the first thing they say when they mention Chauncey Billups? Oh, NBA Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups has now been indicted with charges, and so they got to make the fact that he's a Hall of Famer a part of it, which makes zero sense because he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. Sorry.
Speaking of which, real quick, I got a quick pop quiz for you all. Do you know who happens to be the Portland Trail Blazers interim coach right now?
No.
Yes, I do. Tiago Splitter.
Tiago Splitter.
Like Tiago Splitter. That's
the one and only. But as you look at it, Jack, when you think about this on a larger scale, do you think that this is something that could potentially turn fans away from sports at some point?
Yeah, for sure. Because conspiracy theories are going to run wild. People are going to start thinking that you got to think. People already think that, everything's rigged. Everybody thinks that it's all part of a big game of just money. Vegas runs everything. Vegas controls everything. So
shout out to the One Mic Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
But when you got everybody already thinking that Vegas is in control, and then you open betting to everybody, and you put all these sliders and underdogs and all this other stuff, and you start seeing it works a certain way, people are definitely going to turn away from sports because they're all going to feel like it's all a game, but not the game that we're thinking it is. It's a larger game at hand.
And then in somewhat related news, the NCAA has started letting athletes bet on pro sports. So,
I think that's the thing too.
So it's not quite official just yet. It goes into effect on November 22nd, provided that at least 75% of the Division I cabinet signs off on it. And even if it does go into effect, individual schools and conferences can say no. So the SEC can still say, we don't want our student athletes to do this. So where are you on this? Should these college athletes be allowed to do this or not?
I definitely don't think they should be able to do that. Also, my voice is hurting trying to do that.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Also, cut my hair. No big deal. Anyway, young flying hair. Anyway, but I think that them letting the college kids do it is insane, man. Like, why are you letting them bet on the team? I don't think that you should be able to gamble if you play the sport. Bottom line, I just don't think you should be able to do that, because regardless of what anybody thinks, if Travis Kelce is like betting oh, I think Patty Mahomes would do this and this. And it's like, bro, why are you allowed to bet on your team when you know the outcome? You know the playbooks. You know what y'all are running. He should not be allowed to bet. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that if you play the game, you should not be able to bet on the sport.
Okay.
That's wrong.
So from that standpoint, you're okay with a college basketball player betting on hockey?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like Residente disagrees with that.
I'm trying to figure out where I stand on that part, because I definitely don't like the idea of a college basketball player having the ability to bet, especially considering. So let's go from where we started, right, with the professionals, right? So we have professionals who play the sport, who can control certain things in the sport and have the ability to bet on it, and they're already millionaires,
Right.
in their betting. And they're less likely to fall into the holes and the gaps that will cause manipulation to the game than younger kids would. Now, these college kids, of course, we can say, oh, they got NIL money now. The kids who got NIL money at the high level, when we're talking, let's say $500,000 or more, I would probably say there's less than 50 kids in the entire country that have a NIL deal more than $500,000. If we pooled them all up, and I'm pretty sure 2-5, we may be able to look that up. But if there are more than 50 kids in the entire country,
in general, or you're talking about a specific sport?
I'm talking in general.
Okay.
$500,000 a year. And so I'm looking at the fact that kid who may have $10,000 in NIL deals, now he wants to go out and he wants to gamble, and now he falls into this gap. And that the problem that the NCAA has been trying to fight against, when they were fining Chris Webber for getting jerseys bought for him, or suspending Ohio State players, Maurice Claret and Jim
Irsay?
No, Jim Irsay. Used to be the coach of Ohio State.
Jim Tressel.
Like the stuff that they were trying to fight against, they are opening the door to that happening right now, and they don't seem to care, because I think they believe that they've lost control of it, and they might as well let it go as far as they can see it, as it can go. And I think as far as it can go will be to ruin the integrity of the game altogether. And that's not a price that I'm willing to pay as a fan.
Well, so, for me, as I think about this, and I know this is a couple of segments too early, but I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the difference between gambling and smoking? What's the difference between gambling and alcohol?
21?
No, they're just all bad habits.
Oh.
That are hard to shake once you get involved. And to Rez's point, these are kids at the end of the day that don't have fully developed brains, have impulses, probably don't have, a lot of them probably don't have the right people in their ear,
right,
like giving them, advice that will set them up for success. It's because once you get, it's just like these NBA players that are involved in this, you're making millions of dollars, Jonte Porter, and you're still in jail because you wanted more millions.
Right.
So if I'm taking a kid, to Rez's point, if I am someone that say makes less than 500,000, I want to make $1 million. How can I get $1 million? Play some bets. And then you end up like Antoine Walker eventually. So what I'm pulling up so far is that the average NIL deal ranks in between, like, your lowest levels are 1,000 to 10,000. No exact number, but the number is in the hundreds of people who make more than 500,000, and at least 24 are making more than 1 million.
Okay, that makes sense. Sense.
So I know Carson Beck, for example, down at Miami,
he's making like $7 million, right?
Paid $4 million right now. I think 7 with the incentives or whatever they have worked in the contract. Cam Ward was making 2 last year. Go figure how that works. But but as far as getting these kids to gamble and allowing them those avenues, you're just causing more problems than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, and what happens the moment that some kid, doesn't pay a bet or defaults on a bet or whatever the case may be, and then we get a story about somebody floating in the river. So next time Rez goes to Fort Lauderdale and he's got that ocean view, he's going to see arms upstream. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm afraid of when it comes to things like this. But, people talk about like the rigged, everything being rigged and just, all that kind of stuff. How you going to beat those allegations now? Because
Right.
like I said,
Right.
I think it's just a few a few relatively speaking, bad apples. But once you introduce this, if it goes into effect, all you did was open Pandora's box. So
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that being said, guys, you know, that ain't the only rule that the NCAA has come up with recently. Saying a little less, G League players can now go play college basketball. Now, there's parameters around this, of course. You know what I mean? So you still have to be 5 years within that 5-year window of being removed from high school. You can't have ever gone through the NBA draft process. So, there used to be G League Ignite that doesn't exist anymore. So those players can go back to college or can go to college. If you joined the G League because you just went pro, but did not go through the NBA draft. So you could have went through the process and not got drafted. It doesn't apply to you. But if you didn't go through the draft process at all, you can come back. So where do we
Okay.
stand on this?
So what if you play in the NBA? Does that
No,
cancel
no,
your?
you can't sign an NBA contract. That's one of the
Yeah.
Okay,
parameters.
so you have
You
to be
can't go
G
through the
League,
draft
and that's it.
process. You can't sign an NBA contract.
Okay,
You
I
you
think that
can
that's
just
pretty dope.
decide, yeah, you can just decide I'm gonna leave college and I'm going to the G League, and
I
then
think
you
that's dope because the G League is basically like NBA for beginners. And I feel like if you go to the G League, let's just say you play one season in G League, right? You thought you was tight. You go to the G League, you average 8 points and a 1 assist, and you're like, dang. Like in college, I was averaging 20. You know what I mean? And you go to the G League and realize, maybe this isn't for me. Or you realize I don't want to play basketball at a full clip. Like I thought I did, but nah, I want to go back and let me get my psychology degree. I think that's dope. I think that's dope that you can go back to school.
all right. What you think about that, Riz?
I like it. I think as long as kids have options that do not hamper their ability to, like that don't put them in positions where they're making like choices. Like I just don't like when kids we can give them too much freedom.
Yeah.
And I know we can say, well, these are 18, 19, 21, 20-year-old kids. They can join the military. They can buy cigarettes. I get it. They shouldn't be able to buy cigarettes. So there's that. No, I think that at some point, like I like them having the ability to go back. That's all I'll say there. I like it as a rule. I don't think it hurts anybody. You know who it will hurt? I take that back. It can come back to hurt one group of people, and it's people that have been hurt by the transfer portal the most, which is really the most underreported problem, which is kids that are coming right out of high school that are going into colleges. The transfer portal is killing these kids. It is killing these kids. These kids are getting commitments. They're committing. They're doing a little hat deal and everything, and then finding out right before it's time for them to report to school that the school pulled somebody from the transfer portal, and now that scholarship's not available. So if they want to come to that school, they're going to have to walk on or find somewhere else at the last second dash with every other McDonald's All American that's trying to find
Right.
a deal, find a place to go, which is really really rough. And I think that this problem could make that worse for them. But outside of that, I don't see it hurting anybody else.
Yeah, because you could have a guy that was verbally committed somewhere like Wake Forest, for example, and then due to what you just said, they end up going to Akron or something.
Yep.
And saying we know LeBron ain't giving no NIL to Akron, but anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh,
But
Right.
there it
but
is.
but as I look at this, I feel a couple of different ways. So let me ask you guys this: when it comes to people like Yegor Demon, he was a first round pick for the Brooklyn Nets this year in the NBA draft. Prior to the Brooklyn Nets, he went to college at BYU. Prior to that, he played for Real Madrid's B team over in Europe. So, do you view that situation a little differently because that's professional, and I would think higher than the G League? Do you view that a little differently than this situation?
I don't because it's been that way. If it was like something new or something like that, then maybe. But dudes going to play professional overseas ball and then coming over here and going whatever path they choose, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, the skill sets are still better over here. So, what I mean? Like, there's things that you can do in Europe, and there's European moves and skill sets that they have. But overall, the actual difficulty upgrades are here. So, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know, man. The top five best basketball players in the country in the world right now are not from America.
Correct.
This is true. However, they play for America.
Yeah, because that's where the most money is.
Overall,
no, that's where the money is. But if you're looking at being able to get in younger, and that's what I think they're trying to go towards, is trying to create some kind of system where these guys can get that experience younger if they want to, without ruining their ability to come back and get college. But if they can't go to the NBA. So, I mean, there's nowhere else in America that you're going to get the type of experience. Whereas in Europe, for example, you can be playing professional ball at 16 years old. You know what I mean? And you're going to be playing against grown men. And you're going to be getting beat up on and be learning the actual game as opposed to in America. We are very big on the skill set. So when you talk about like the sliders, so yeah, we can dribble better, right? Hooray. We're great dribblers. You know what I mean? But when you talk about team ball, when you talk about like fundamental basketball,
the fundamentals,
they're learning the fundamentals of the game over there, and they're starting to kick our butts in America. And I think that's going to continue to be an issue. But just to come back to the question, yeah, I don't see. I think because that gentleman that you mentioned, it sounds like he just used the system. He maximized the system, and so I don't. He didn't do anything to break any rules, so I didn't have any problem with that.
Right. Okay. And then last thing for me on this, it's just that I think the bigger thing for me is that I don't want these Brandon Whedon, Chris Winkie dudes in college basketball where, you have that year of eligibility left and you got this 24-year-old, 7-footer or whatever coming down to college and beating on people. That's my thing. There's two players right now, London Johnson at Louisville and Theory Darling over at Santa Clara right now, who came from the G League and are on those teams. So I'm going to keep my eye on them this season and see how they do. But, of course, the NFL, we had some games this weekend. Not a lot of them were good. So what?
I mean, I know which ones were good.
Hey, what wasn't good was Cam Scannable getting his Gordon Hayward on. That wasn't good.
Hey, look, all I know is if you're a fan of the Commanders or the 49ers, you don't get to sit in the seat. But we dubbed. So, you know what I'm saying? We beat the dog shit out of the Giants. It was great. So, go Birds. Fly Eagles fly. No A.J. Brown. Jahan Dotson stepped up. Way to go, Smitty. You know what I'm saying? It was great. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I wish you guys a better week this week. But
thanks, man. Appreciate that.
We'll be at the crib on the bye. So.
It ain't coming for me.
I think we got I forgot who we got this week. Oh, we got the Giants this week. We should get a dub this week.
Yeah, y'all got the Giants at MetLife.
New Jersey Smalls.
Yeah, so hopefully we can pull out a win against the Giants without anybody getting injured.
You want two crazy stats real quick?
Go for it.
Jonathan Taylor against the Titans this past week. 12.8 yards per carry.
Are you serious?
12.8 yards per carry.
He averaged a first down. That
is
James Cook. James Cook against the Carolina Panthers. 7.6 yards before contact per carry.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
my man got 7 yards before a man even touched him.
Yeah. But what stood out to me this week was congratulations to the New Jersey Metropolitans. They got off the mat, got their first win of the season. Aaron Glenn can smile again. He doesn't have to argue with the press this week. Holy crap, the Jets did it.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted them to have the no-win season. I don't know if that makes me a party pooper or what, man, but I really wanted the Jets to lose every game. I thought that would have been cool. I thought it would have built some character for next season. I thought it would have made Garrett Wilson, kind of go crazy, like trade me.
Sure. Well, I'm sure that's the most impressive thing. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner didn't even play in that game. You know, so how about that?
Oh,
You
that's
know,
crazy.
but in news that Rez hates, speaking of hate, Tyler Shuck is now the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints.
No more Rattler,
Yeah,
huh?
I don't have opinion one way or the other. That's more of a cups kind of thing for me.
Oh, I thought you was representing the Gamecocks, bro.
I represent the state of South Carolina, sir. And anything that's from the state of South Carolina will always represent.
Go
I don't
Paladins.
necessarily say go Gamecocks. I say go Carolina. But I
No,
am a
no, go
Tiger
Cox.
fan. I'm a Tiger fan. All right, so we we don't do that. But I definitely root for everybody from South Carolina. Spencer Rattler is not from South Carolina. He's not
Right.
South Carolina's own. But
Right.
we claim him because he had a year in the state, and he ate some collard greens or something here. But I mean, I don't feel one way or the other. I honestly, again, I can't emphasize this enough, y'all. I
don't watch
really
anything.
just watch Niners games, bro.
Why are you like this?
Doug,
Why are you like this?
I watch Niners games and I try to stay awake for the rest of the day. And I watch the Sunday night football game if it's really good. I love football. It's just I'm just been really tired lately, Doug. I'm just trying to. I slept through the Niners game this week.
Well, this one is not quite hate, but Radical Jack will take it as hate. How about Jordan Love telling Aaron Rodgers, "Take this, you old fart. This is why they drafted me."
Wow.
20 straight completions, 360 yards. Outplayed him.
He's
in
balling.
His house.
You say 20 straight completions?
20 straight completions, which is something that Aaron Rodgers nor Brett Favre have done in a Packer uniform.
Well, I love Jordan Love, so hey.
I love my mom.
Hey, I'm sorry. I mean, I love my mom too. But Jordan Love, like, bro, I've been a fan of Jordan Love literally since he started. Like, legit. So there's no hate here.
right.
I like the Packers. And you gotta remember, my wife is from Wisconsin, bro. Like the Packers.
Why would we remember that? You've never told us that.
I have. You don't
You've
care about
never
me.
told us that.
Anyway, real friends care.
I did not know that he was a Badger.
Yeah, man. So
I ain't never been with a Badger.
My second team in this house is the Green Bay Packers. Go Packers!
Oh, you have a second team. You have a second team
Rooting
in
for
my
the
house.
team
Wow.
that's going to end your Super
They
Bowl.
are from Wisconsin.
Rooting for the team that's going to send the Eagles home in the playoffs is insane.
Wait. We
Thinking
don't have
that
this
they're gonna
topic.
send us home in the
We don't
playoffs
have
is
this topic on the docket. But can a man have a second team?
Okay,
No.
so look.
Okay, first of all, let's not jump the
What
gun.
is this crap?
Because if we walk around my house, go see my car, look at my chair.
No, you just said you have a second team.
No,
Hey,
I did.
I
I
can't
said
lie.
the
I've
second
been
team in my house is
I've
the
been
Green
known
Bay
to
Packers.
cheer a Jaguar or two.
I didn't say. Look, ain't no Green Bay.
You have a second team,
walking around here.
I wouldn't say a second team, but I was just a very big Mark Brunell fan.
Because the question is, can a man have a second team?
I mean, yes, you can have a second team.
You do, don't you?
Is it frowned upon? Is the problem?
No, I think that you can cheer a team, and there can be teams that you like to see do well.
Yeah, that sounds better.
That's not what he said, though.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna.
I can only go with the statement that the gentleman made.
No, I said my house.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
for
you
example. But I wouldn't call myself a Bill fan. But guys, speaking of the Bills, let's fast forward a little bit.
Oh, okay, do it.
Okay.
The scene, kill y'all.
The scene, Orchard Park, New York. Patty Mahomes and the gang coming through this weekend.
Oh, okay. We got a game I'm going to watch.
So
Buffalo.
This is supposed to be Buffalo's year.
What time
Obviously,
is this game?
Kansas City got off to the slow start, and they're
watching this game.
Now they're slowly coming together, and everybody's saying, "Oh no, those big bad spooky Chiefs are back." So, what are you looking for in this game?
I'll let Rez go.
So the Niners game will be at 1 p.m.
Yes,
Eastern Standard Time because we're playing the Giants, which means that will be the second game. Now, what I'm looking for is to see how I'm feeling at the end of the Niners game. Because if not, I'm not watching this.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
seriously. I'll watch it. I want to see nothing that happens in the regular season for the Buffalo Bills matters. That's the flat out truth here. All right. We are at a place with Josh Allen, right? You're winning MVPs now. You're the quarterback. You're the best player on one of the best teams in the world, in the country. It's everything is the playoffs for you now, buddy. Everything is the playoffs for you now. I don't care what he does in the regular season. Do I think it's gonna be a compelling game? Sure. But will I take anything away from this game as it pertains to the playoffs? No.
I think that it'll be an entertaining game. You're pretty spot on. The Bills don't matter in the regular season because we need to see what they do in the playoffs. But it is going to be a good game. And I believe the Bills beat the Chiefs last year regular season, right? They got one. Did they win twice?
Or I think they've won 3 straight in the regular season, if I remember correctly.
So yeah, it's kind of like
their record is 4-3. Mahomes won all the playoff games, and Allen won all the regular season but one.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. It'll be a good game. If it's a blowout, it'll be headline news. But
no, I think that if I'm Buffalo, I need to lay the hammer down. I know it's just the regular season, like you all are saying, but you got to remember, right? A couple of weeks ago, New England came through Orchard Park and took over the building. Then they went down to Atlanta, of all places, and got dominated on Monday Night Football. So I think Buffalo needs to – this is one of those moments where you look inside yourself and say, we got to answer the bell.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. There's not many other good games this weekend, looking at the NFL schedule, but, Washington is breaking out their Super Bowl era uniforms, the R words in the building. You got you got you
love editing, don't you? You love editing.
You got Indianapolis, the 7-1 Colts, who Rez believed in.
Yep. Day one, bleed blue.
Going up to Pittsburgh. Going up to Pittsburgh. Who walks away with the $6?
$6 is going to my team that I'm rooting for that is not my second team. The Bleed Blue Shoes.
Yeah, there it is. It's
the Fighting Ursays.
All right, so Riz, here's a question. I'm not trying to poke holes and make all this stuff, but when you watched the game against the Texans the other day, do you think that was a symptom of things to come for Houston, or did the 49ers just have a bad day?
We had an awful day. We were out-coached massively, and Mac Jones was Mac Jones. Like, I don't know how else to explain it to people who don't decide to watch football games and just want to watch box scores and decide that Mac Jones is the second coming or whatever. On offense, we could not move the ball at all until the second half. We could not move the ball. I don't think we got a first down. Like, I want to say, in fact, it was the first game in Christian McCaffrey's career that he didn't have one carry in the first quarter.
Nuts. But speaking of box scores,
just wait. Hold on. Just wait. So if we had the ball, because we had the ball in the first quarter, y'all. What was happening when we had the ball? Mac Jones was throwing it. the guy that y'all are telling me, it's so great. He was throwing the ball. And we couldn't find Christian freaking McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Okay? Then on defense, our line, which I came into the season saying, hey, y'all, we have murderers on the front line. Our front seven is crazy. Right?
Right. You did say that.
I came in saying it. I said, hey, we're crazy. Our offensive line, our defensive line is going to be nuts this year. I do not want them problems. And everyone died. Like on Halloween, like heading into Halloween, so much so that we had to go and find the backup guy from the Patriots to bring in. And who knows how long he's going to play before he gets injured too.
Hey, to be fair, he backed up Trevor Lawrence too.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, I was going to ask Jack this question, but I guess I'll ask you since you're here.
Ask me, bro.
Speaking of box scores, how long did the 49ers possess the ball in this game?
Okay, so I want to say we had the ball like 22 minutes in the game.
The correct answer is 18 minutes.
Dog.
18
Please don't
minutes.
Listen. McCorkle, Jones, and all of his followers. I don't know who taught y'all about sports. I don't know. I respect the fact that McCorkle made it to the NFL, which means he has a certain level of talent that I do not have. And I can understand that and I can appreciate that. But when you look at this man, who was the number, 2 pick in the draft?
3, I want to say.
3 pick in the draft. Comparing him to the gentleman that he replaced in his worst year. Brock Purdy's worst year as a pro.
No, we got it backwards. He went 15. Trey Lance went 3.
Oh, he went 15.
Yeah.
Wherever he went. He went in the first round. Mr. Irrelevant went last in the draft. The person that went last in the draft that y'all want to hold against him being the last Mr. Irrelevant is 4 points better than McCorkle over the course of a year. That's his average. In his worst season, he's 4 yards more average per catch per throw.
So,
4. That's not a small gap.
So Mac Jones is not the Tom Brady to Brock Purdy's Drew Bledsoe.
No, Lethal.
Right.
He's not.
But you know what I did here?
What?
I heard it through the grapevine.
What did you hear, bro?
That Roman Reigns just ain't a good dude.
Oh, y'all see this is okay. All right, I see what we're doing. I see what segment we're in.
I
see what segment we're in. Load this up. Hey, Jack, load this up, bro. Go ahead, set it up, bro. Cause I got it. I got it, bro. Go ahead, set it up. Cause you sent me the video. Go ahead.
You know, said John Tucker must die.
Hey,
listen.
First of all, hold on. Because what we're not gonna do is we're not going to disrespect our tribal chief. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna lower our oos. We're not gonna get less oosy. You know what I'm saying? What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna sit up here and start being disrespectful. All right. We're talking about the longest reigning champion ever. We're talking about a guy who went to both brands and took the titles.
You went to WCW?
We're talking about a guy who hasn't lost. He hasn't lost in 4 years. And the time he
hasn't fought in 4 years.
He lost.
He hasn't fought in 4 years.
Oh, there it is.
He just runs to the side of the rings and
titles. How am I defending titles if I'm not fighting?
Wait, I gave you an opportunity to set it up. I got it from here.
And hold up,
Oh,
real
that's
quick,
crazy.
I just want to be historically accurate here. Roman Reigns has the 4th longest title reign.
Who had the longest?
Oh man,
Bruno
he's trying to go back
Sammartino.
to the old nonsense days. We talking about the real deal.
Well, if we're talking modern era, he's still behind Hulk Hogan and Bob Backlund.
Nobody cares about Bob Backlund.
Nobody cares about Backlund. All right, so let me. I gave Jack an opportunity to set it up. You know, I'll just set it up myself and knock it down myself.
All right, I set it up. You want this? All right, so we had Rez finally learn how to become part of the bloodline. We had Rez learn what it meant.
He was hoping I would become a part of the bloodline.
How to acknowledge him. I
acknowledge Jesus at all times.
Acknowledge your tribal chief
and Jesus.
Okay. And I mean, yes, we acknowledge Jesus.
Thank you. Okay.
We do. But we were talking about acknowledging your tribal chief. Rez got a 4-hour video. He only stopped at 2.5. At the 2.5 mark, it's long enough for him to get oos.
To make the deductions.
Oos out. You know what I mean? And what he chose to do was view the greatness of Roman Reigns and put nothing but negative connotations on it. It's disgusting. He literally just put a red light on all the green. It's crazy. So I'll let Rez tell you his terrible take and why, he views things in such a negative light.
All right. So I want somebody to tell me when I say a lie. Let's do it this way. When I say a lie, say, Rajon, you're lying. Okay. You're not telling the truth.
Okay.
All right. So I started watching. So at the top of this, at the front of this, Roman Reigns has just left the Shield, and he's in. He's making his way downtown, like Michelle Brandt, right? So he's trying to, he's making his way, and he finally wins a title. He's excited. He's winning the title, And then the Usos come. Well, first Paul Heyman comes, and then the Usos come, right? Am I off?
Okay, I mean, yes.
Right? So the Usos are these happy-go-lucky guys who just happen to be his cousins. And one of them is really hype about being in the crew, and the other one is not so hype. Who's hype? Jay's hype. Who's not hype? Jimmy's not hype. So now everything starts going badly because they lose a match. Not a title match. Just a random house show match.
Oh, wait.
And this man walks in the middle of the ring and slaps his cousins in the face.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. That was a lie, okay? The reason that Jay was in the bloodline was because it was family first. And Jimmy was hurt. So it wasn't like Jimmy didn't want to be down with the crew. He was hurt. And when he came back,
Jimmy did not like the way Roman got down.
He was
proud.
Am I
wrong?
Brother.
Am I wrong?
At first, but he found a way and realized that it was okay.
He drank the Kool-Aid because Jay wanted him to drink the Kool-Aid. So he drank the Kool-Aid. And they lost a match. And this man walks in the ring and slaps him in the face.
You're skipping a lot. He didn't just start slapping people.
He slapped this man.
Him and Jay were beefing first, and then he beat Jay, and Jimmy threw in the towel and was like, "Hey, you know what?
Had to join the bloodline to save Jay."
Yeah,
and then Jay left after Jimmy bought Jimmy's hook, line, and sinker, and Jay leaves, and then he comes back because Roman makes him come back. Then Sami Zayn comes in. Jay doesn't want Sami Zayn. Roman doesn't really care for Sami Zayn, but he lets Sami Zayn roll because Sami Zayn is, as he said, a strategic opportunist.
Well, that was
and he thought he could bring strategy. So much so that now Sami is bought in, and he's trying to keep Jay and Jimmy in the fold.
Right.
And then he slaps Sami Zayn for losing a match.
Because we don't lose. You
don't slap your friends.
He tried to start an international war slapping a Syrian Canadian.
You don't slap your friends.
Okay, well, don't disappoint your chief.
I can disappoint people and not get slapped. My son disappoints me, not often, but when he does, much like the Usos. The Usos are literally the tag team champions. They had both titles. They were getting slapped around the ring by this dude. There is no world in which I let somebody mug me in my face like that and live. You see this?
Okay. So you have a problem
with slapping your friends.
Your leader making sure that he's motivating you to stay in a winning atmosphere.
Well, that's just the thing. Well, that's just the thing about it, which is my problem, because Roman was all disappointed in them and talking about how they were letting them down, and it was like, the only reason you got your belt right now
is because of
we
us.
Keep saving you.
It's because that 4-year run, the longest run of championship defenses in WWE history was
KO without us.
Enabled by Jay and Jimmy Uso. So why are you slapping me in my face when I lose, when the only reason you're winning is because of me?
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, look, so yeah, maybe he's
lies.
Maybe he's kind of a jerk. Okay, maybe he could have handled it a little differently, but he was working through some things, man. He was angry.
I don't care, dog. I don't care. So just to make a long story very short, my takeaway was that Roman Reigns is a great personality. He has awesome charisma. He's decent on the microphone. He's a decent wrestler. Decent, not great.
Man,
I haven't seen one snapmare takeover from this man. No snapmares.
I don't know. Roman is like
the guillotine.
He's this close to King Kong Bundy.
Dog, he's not a great wrestler. He's done a guillotine. The guillotine's right, so that's a good hold. That's one hold. No, he's not Chris Jericho. He's not the man of 1,001 holds.
You got to remember when you get to a certain level and you get your bag, you stay in the bag. You don't have to go back to the OG.
Do you know who doesn't stay in the? Who doesn't stay there? You know who doesn't stay there?
Who? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, she's still not Asuka. Anyway, so
And guess who else? Wait. You said another name. Guess who else doesn't stay in her limited bag? Asuka.
Kyrie!
I can
Kyrie!
name. Okay, so I could probably name 8 women wrestlers.
Okay.
And all of them are better wrestlers than Roman Reigns.
Damn.
That's
Charlotte Flair is a better wrestler than Roman Reigns.
Correct.
Roxanne is a better wrestler than Roman Reigns.
Correct.
My father.
Io.
No, my father. I'm so proud. My father,
Stephanie
wrestled.
Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer.
Vaquer.
Yeah. La Primera.
Better wrestler
Okay.
Correct.
than Roman Reigns. Rhea Ripley, better wrestler
Correct.
than Roman Reigns. Cargill, Jade Cargill, better wrestler.
No.
Jade Cargill, better. Okay, does she do the same move 18 times in a match?
No, but she does them wrong.
No, but
Like,
she's
she does the
limited.
moves wrong.
She's limited. I'll give you this though.
Right, she does them wrong, but she at least tries them. Roman Reigns does the same 5 moves
like
every single match.
Jade Cargill is like female Goldberg.
Oh, I hate Goldberg though. No. Roman Reigns is male Goldberg. This is what we're missing.
I'll give you this. All right, I'll give you this.
You didn't even say Io. You didn't even say Kyrie.
I said Io.
That's how we got to 6. But
Yeah.
I was gonna give him
Kyrie.
Tiffany Stratton, and I was
Tiffany
gonna give
Stratton.
him
What about Bailey?
The hurt girl that y'all like so much.
yes.
Oh, Liv.
Liv. Better wrestler than
I
Roman
don't know
Reigns.
if I would say Liv.
I don't know if she's a better wrestler, but she is dope.
These women are smoking the best dudes in the game.
And Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair, better wrestler.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you that. So are you feeling Uzi?
No.
What's the
You didn't
hardest
feel
thing
Uzi
to
at all?
understand? What's the hardest thing to understand about the bloodline?
I don't understand why they're so popular.
Whoa!
Because they were the best storyline. You just saw 4 hours of content. They were the best storyline from 2019.
Because they were the only story that was actually developed and focused on.
That's what it looks like. Because Seth Rollins doesn't have a real story. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to watch a 4-hour video of Seth Rollins. I don't get his story at all.
I think Seth Rollins' story is I'm the man, but nobody treats me like I'm the man. So I have to keep proving I'm the man by beating the people that you think are the man.
Yeah, because he's definitely like if you look at Seth Rollins' title history, he's like that.
Your skill set, See, that's the thing to me. Like I look at wrestlers and I say, can they wrestle?
Is Roman Reigns a better wrestler than John Cena?
No,
that's the question. That's the question.
So,
and I think John Cena might be a better wrestler than Roman Reigns.
They're both really good, but if you want to say like at the end of the day, skill set for skill set, I think John Cena is probably a better wrestler.
Yeah, I think John
Cena can do everything. Everybody pretends that John Cena can't wrestle, but he really can do everything.
He just refuses to wrestle.
What I think Roman has that he didn't always have is the crowd control.
Yes, he has amazing crowd control.
Yeah,
he has amazing crowd control.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's the battle rapper. He's the battle rapper that has all the catchphrases and can what's my guy that I like? Twerk in battle rap. Twerk has amazing crowd control. But if you get somebody in there, like when he went against Loaded Lux washed him because my skill set is better than yours.
Yeah,
and I have crowd control.
Yeah, Lux is like that. So yeah.
So that's my thing around. So like, think about the fact like
this is the thing, right? So you could do Roman Reigns has crowd control, and I don't know if you've seen this, Rez, but I know 2-5 saw it. Roman Reigns is like aura god until a real one steps up. Because when Dwayne pulled up around that WrestleMania time, and Dwayne was doing all that, and hey, don't disrespect our family and all that stuff, Roman Reigns, he looked like the right-hand man. He ain't look like Roman Reigns. He looked like Dwayne's cousin.
Hey, but The Rock acknowledged him, though.
The Rock did acknowledge him, but
Roman also
aura,
Roman looks like that because the people around him are not like that. And it's the same reason that Seth Rollins looks so great because he got himself around 2 really personality-less dudes.
Well, actually, Braun is like that.
Braun does not have a personality, bro. He does not have a personality.
Braun is like Brock Lesnar. Braun's voice is trash, just like Brock Lesnar's voice is trash. They need a Paul Heyman or somebody to talk for them because they don't have the nobody wants to listen to a swole guy that talks like this. Like, you don't want to hear that.
Did he just get a uniform this week?
Huh?
Did he just get a new uniform this week? Because I could have sworn he just came out with like black tights before, like Rick Stan.
No, he
Rick
always
Scott
had he's
got various outfits.
Okay, because I was like, this seems new. What he had on other week.
He used to wear a Wrestlers Guild like Kurt Angle, and it was pink. And it just
it's a nod to his father
like his father. Yeah,
his father, Rick and Scott, bro. Yeah. Like he come from that.
But I mean, I'm glad that you got up on the on the bloodline, bro.
I'm caught up, bro. I don't hate. I have more respect for Jay. I have more respect for Jay after watching it. I really do. I've seen like his journey and how much better he's gotten. Like, he's gotten better on the mic. He's still trash. He's still so bad. But he's much better than he was. So if I was watching him from the beginning, I'll be like, oh, but he's come so far though.
Yeah, and I mean, and right now, Jimmy's about 15 pounds away from being Jay.
Nah, he's not 15 pounds. He's good 20. It's a good 20.
So don't let this conversation fool you all.
Yeah.
We do pride ourselves on being intellectuals.
Oh yeah.
So as intellectuals,
I gotta take this off. For this segment. I can't do this in a second.
So this is what I need from you all. I need y'all to tell me what is an intellectual. So define intellectual. And what is the responsibility of an intellectual?
Am I starting?
Yeah, you definitely got this.
So for me,
you definitely called yourself an intellectual last week.
Last week I did, and again I did it in the context of having a conversation about people who perceive themselves to be and claim themselves to be Black intellectuals. Now the question is, who gets to determine whether or not a person is an intellectual, right? Like, just having a degree doesn't make you an intellectual. Reading books doesn't make you an intellectual. There's certain things that I think separate just a smart person from an intellectual. I think the main thing about an intellectual is the willingness to share intellect. If you hoard information, I don't see you as intellectual. If you're somebody who tries to lord the information that you have over people as a reason why you're better than them, I don't think of you as an intellectual. Because intellectuals, to me, I think about it as a teacher. Intellectuals were teachers. Plato was a teacher. You understand? That's an intellectual. The great minds of our time. Einstein was a teacher. These people are people that take pride in giving knowledge and giving information that they've learned and they've gathered over the course of time to people who do not have it so that they can have a better understanding of the thing that they may not understand. So to me, a lot of people who consider themselves intellectuals aren't intellectuals because what they actually are is information hoarders.
I like that. I actually, okay. So if we base it off of that, then I think that the whole, I mean, for everybody watching, we had a big conversation about this off mic.
Pre-pod potting.
Yeah. So I do think that, when you regulate it to being a teacher, not just being an intelligent person, but also being a teacher and wanting to share that wisdom with people, then yeah, I can get behind that. Because like we spoke on earlier, I thought that being an intellectual at this point, the people that like to scream it are just a bunch of smart people that want to gatekeep intelligence.
Right.
They don't want to spread it to everybody else.
Right.
So that's why I said I'm not labeling myself that, because I have no problem having conversations with people and wanting to push people forward. I don't want anybody to be stuck or stagnated in a situation of stupidity. I don't want anybody to be stuck there. I want all of us to move forward, and not to go off on a tangent, but, the other day I was watching this YouTube video and I was almost crying talking to Ariel about it. And I told y'all about this. I watched the video and it was just discussing how dumb people are just getting over time and how the data is just incredible. And it's just like, bro, this is scary. And the fact that the smart people want to gatekeep intelligence so they can feel like they have some superiority over the little stupid people at the bottom and don't realize gatekeeping that intelligence is only raising more stupid people, and less smart people will be here. So eventually, no matter how intelligent you might think you are, if you got 15 stupid people and one smart guy, the voices are starting to voice over, and eventually that intellect isn't going to matter, and the stupidity is going to take over, and then we're going to be living in idiocracy.
Yeah.
Also, 2-5, I hate that hat. Go back
Jesus. Jesus.
So I promise y'all, I'm not falling asleep. I'm just trying to get my Kobe eye to not be my Kobe eye. I'm trying to resize my eye in real time here. But when I think of an intellectual, I think of someone who knows that they don't know everything, but they want to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They have that thirst, you know. So outside of the teaching portion of it, it's someone who hears something that they're not familiar with, and then they put research into becoming an expert or just trying to be able to have a conversation about that thing. So my partner, Mr. Logical, on Sports Reports Disorder, you know, he always says, when you're talking to people, just ask them 2 questions about that particular subject. And normally they don't have an answer after that second question. And that's how you can weed out, you know, who's BSing you and who actually knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
The other thing I think that comes with being an intellectual is being able to be a chameleon, meaning that you can be relatable in any setting that you step into. So it's no such thing as, you know, for example, oh, they're too hood or ghetto over here, or, you know, these people are below me, or like you could just go into any arena and, you know, not necessarily command the crowd, but just more or less, I can relate to these people. I can have a conversation with these people, and I can meet them where they are, because as we talked about last week, some of these people that are being belittled are smart, just in different areas, different ways, and they might not know the words that, you know, you're using. They might not know what nefarious means, but they know what up to no good is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's just about how you balance that and walk that through.
Yeah.
Now, responsibility wise, I feel as though you have this knowledge. Some people, everyone needs knowledge. Not everyone knows that they need knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So being able to, as the pursuit of forever would say, being able to fill others' cups.
Yeah.
You know, let me give you something that might not even land today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But 3 months from now, when you're sitting around having an argument with your wife or whoever it might be, something might just trigger in your brain.
I like that. And also, go ahead, Riz.
No, I was just gonna say, I looked up while you were talking, I looked up the definition of an intellectual in Google just to see, you know, how far off base we were, if we were at all. And it says an intellectual is a person who engages in critical thinking, research, and reflection on complex ideas, often to propose solutions for societal improvement.
Okay.
They are typically well-read, enjoy discussing complicated topics, and rely on reason and intellect rather than just emotion.
Yes.
Right? So when we look at that definition, right, at no point does it says it's a person that knows everything. At no point does it say it's a person with a PhD. At no point does it say it's a person that's read this many books. There are so many elements into becoming an intellectual, but to me, the key piece there is they engage in critical thinking. They are researching. So that means when you're researching, you're not going on YouTube trying to find stuff to affirm what you already believe. You're seeking information. You're seeking knowledge that may change your mind about what you thought was right. That's what science is. Science is prove this thing wrong, not prove it right.
Right.
It's prove it wrong.
Hypothesis.
I have a hypothesis.
Your hypothesis makes sense and make it a fact.
That's how it becomes a scientific law. It has to be tried over and over and over and over again until it can't be wrong. That's what makes it a scientific law, which is pursued by what? Intellectuals. So these people who get on the internet and just say, oh, I know everything about everything and you can't tell me about nothing and I can't learn from. If you tell me you can't learn from the average man on the street, you're not an intellectual.
Okay, there we go. And see, and look, so every time we end this show, right? Every time we end the show, I always say open dialogue expands intelligence.
Yes,
right?
you do.
I always say that because
you're an intellectual.
when you I'll wear it. But seriously, what I was gonna say is the whole having dialogue and critical thinking skills. If you talk to somebody and they automatically disagree with you and then they shut down, stop trying to that's a conversation that you're wasting your time on.
Yeah.
Because if somebody is immediately just going to shut you out because you automatically disagree with them, or they think you have, because you haven't even explained yourself. You just said, I like red, and they just walked off. They didn't want to hear why you like red, where it came from, why you felt like they don't care. That's not somebody you even want to waste your time with. Bro, because they're not looking to have anything. They're not looking to expand intelligence. They're not looking for a new way of thinking. They just think that this is the way it is. And if you don't think this way, you're absolutely wrong. And that's where we get off in this right versus left. And people don't want to communicate because, well, they don't think like me. And if they don't think like me, then, we can't live in the same world.
They're wrong because they think differently than I do.
Exactly. And I think that's insane because, when y'all look at the three people talking right now, you wouldn't believe what our political thoughts are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
2-5 voted for Trump.
2-5 did not vote for Trump.
No, he didn't. That's my guy.
2-5 does not rock with.
What I would say though, 2-5. But what I will say, and this is sort of going to what Jack was saying just now. If you did vote for Trump, or if Jack did vote for Trump, we would still do this pod together. We would still. I'm saying we would still do this pod together, and it would still be as engaging as it is right now because of the fact that we're not caught up in like being right about everything or agreeing on everything.
A couple of Trumps earlier.
Yeah, and I mean, sheesh. I think it's weird. I just think it's weird that you would not want to talk to somebody who thinks differently. I'm always interested in that. Just like Rez is interested in showing y'all that his machete can lose blood and gain it multiple times.
Blood makes the grass grow.
So would an intellectual say that Josh Allen is better than Lamar Jackson?
Josh Allen is better than Lamar Jackson, and I'm not willing to debate this with you guys.
No, we're not. I'm just asking by extension, because I heard an intellectual say that growing up, all the white quarterbacks were the best quarterbacks.
Okay, so all the white quarterbacks were the best quarterbacks. So
wait, we heard this on where?
Joe Budden Podcast.
Hey, there it is. So what I would say is, in context, that sentence can be right. So in context, growing up, the white quarterbacks were better than the black quarterbacks. However, if you take out the context and just say white quarterbacks are better than black quarterbacks, it turns it into a totally different conversation.
Well, but that's the thing. Now let's add to that context, right? Let's add a historical context to your context.
Well,
because what happened, and this is what they actually talked about when they brought it up on the Joe Budden podcast. I want to give credit to the JBP. Mark Lamont Hill they were having a conversation, and Mark Lamont Hill was saying that he is just coming around to this idea that black quarterbacks can be good. Because when he was growing up, the black quarterbacks weren't good. What you have to remember is that from Little League, and I don't know if I know all y'all play sports.
Yeah.
In Little League, if you were a black kid, there were certain positions you just were not going to get on the field. You weren't going to play quarterback. They weren't going to let you pitch, and you couldn't play first base. You couldn't play shortstop. Like, they would not let you do it, regardless of how talented you were. And I'm from the South, so I don't know. You may be from another place and have a different experience. But they weren't letting you play quarterback, and they were not letting you play shortstop, and they were not letting you pitch. It was just not a thing. They will put you right out there in left, right, and center field. They got you running far and fast. That's what they wanted you at.
And if you did play quarterback, you weren't throwing.
And if you played quarterback, you played the wing T.
You would throw here and there, and then it's takeoff city. Be Michael Vick.
But that idea was rooted in this a racist mindset that black quarterbacks, much like going back to the Charlie Kirk conversation, people believed that black men did not have the brain processing capacity to play quarterback at a high level. So they thought they had to dumb everything down so that black men could do it. Despite the fact that we had Warren Moon, who was one of the greatest passers and processors in NFL history. It was right in front of our faces. When you gave us an opportunity, we did amazingly.
You also had Doug Williams.
If he didn't play all those
over
years
there on your trash team.
Oh, okay. If he didn't play all those years in the CFL, he would have been the all-time leading passer.
He would have been the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Yep.
And in the 80s, when y'all were telling us, oh, Dan Marino's amazing. Guess who else is nice? That dude up there in the CFL lighting him up.
That's why he was in the CFL, though, because they knew what it was.
They put him in the CFL because they didn't want black people to play quarterback. And he was like, no, I'm playing quarterback.
Right.
So
and
when you take
also,
all... Even if you
take that away, you got a guy like Randall Cunningham who was showing everybody you can do everything you want on your legs, and I can still throw this ball.
Yeah.
I can still throw this ball.
Yeah. And another one that refused to switch positions. Lamar Jackson. They wanted him to play wide receiver.
Yeah.
Lamar, three-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
But this is my thing with Mark Lamont Hill's comments, right? I'm younger, clearly, right? So
You're not the youth, though. You're not the youth.
I'm not the youth anymore, but I'm still pretty young.
Nah.
I am kind of youth.
We got the youth coming next episode. You lost that. Go ahead.
I'm kind of youth, but So being born in '91, right? Most of the quarterbacks that I saw, yes, they were white. However, for every Troy Aikman and Kirk, and all these random dudes, right? You still had, even if they were trash, you got Cordell Stewart, Quincy Carter, you know what I mean? Aaron Brooks, Dante Culpepper. You had all these
Michael Vick
quarterbacks that would just be, we know the big names, but I'm just saying, like, the dudes that don't really get talked about anymore. You know what I mean? Even Steve McNair. Like, people don't talk about Steve McNair like that anymore. But you had these black quarterbacks that would come out here and go crazy.
He got Heisman votes at a HBCU.
At Alcorn State.
Like, so my thing is the whole, I don't know where he was going with it. And maybe that's the difference between the 80s baby and the 90s baby. But I don't see the whole, like, I never saw black QBs. I play quarterback. Like,
now,
I only wanted to be a quarterback.
But that was in high school.
For a little bit.
But that was in high school.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I wanted to be a wide receiver. And then I realized, like, nah, I could be the guy that always has the ball. Like, why not?
As the resident CFL guy here.
Do it.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody remembers Warren Moon because he was the quarterback of a team that had a 35-3 lead in the AFC Championship game that the Buffalo Bills, Frank Reich, walked down and went on to the Super Bowl. They don't remember that Warren Moon won 5 straight Grey Cups coming out of college, which is, the CFL equivalent of the Super Bowl for you uninitiated out there. So that just goes to show you that the NFL didn't take Warren Moon because he excelled. They took Warren Moon because they didn't have a choice. He won 5 straight championships in the next best league at the time. They had to give him a shot. And he came through and played 17 years in the NFL. You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, I get what Mark is saying, because when we were growing up, at least people in me and Rez's, age group, there was a whole lot of Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Joe Montana, Brett Favre, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? And we had Randall Cunningham growing up.
Yeah.
But, he never got the team around him. Trash-ass Eagles didn't put the team around him for him to maximize his potential. But anyway.
I'm sorry. Did Randall Cunningham get playoff dubs?
Saying not enough.
Did he get them?
Not enough.
I'm sorry.
Super Bowls.
I'm sorry. Pause. Hold up. I'm sorry.
Not enough.
Has your organization had the most black starting quarterbacks ever?
No.
Okay, so keep the Eagles out your mouth. Thank you. Anyway, since we're talking about 2-5 and these Washington whatevers,
doors,
and this guy in this middle box right here that y'all see, he's what I like to call a contrarian. He's a hater. And what I like to introduce everybody to is our new segment. All right, it's what does 2-5 hate this week?
What do you hate this week,
2-5? What y'all will learn about 2-5 is he's a hater.
He hates so much.
Kind of like that Dave Chappelle skit. I hate you. I hate your family. I hate your whole generation. I hope nothing but evil and bad things come to you and you
International haters.
No, I'm just contrarian to you, Randall Cunningham, and his 5-7 playoff record. But anyway, so what does 2-5 hate? 2-5 hates society.
Okay, all right. Clear out.
Because as kids growing up, as teenagers, we grow up with this, I'm an adult. I can't wait to be a grown-up. I want to do all these things. And then you know what you do? You grow up and become followers.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I turn around, it's the same 5 or 6 comments on each social media post. Originality is dead. We are all made up of our own DNA. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own brains inside of our head. Some of our brains are smooth. You know what I'm saying? But different nonetheless. And from that standpoint, people just regurgitate and follow. So, for example, I was on X the other day, and I don't even know why I get on X. But, you know what I'm saying? I saw
for
this
research
guy
purposes only.
Dumbass post. And people were in the comments telling him, you just made that comment so people would click on it. You made that. Well, guess what, dumbass? You clicked on it. How about you just let these dumbasses wallow in their dumbassery, and then you don't have to deal with this? They're like telling this guy, like, oh, yeah, he does this all the time. Like, all you do is post rage bait. And the only thing he raged was me. You know, and so then I tell people, me and Rez, you know, we have this conversation from time to time. I tell y'all every single year, stop buying Madden.
You say it every year.
It's the same damn game every year. And then people say, oh, it's not getting better. Oh, Madden, you're paying for a roster update. And then, you know, well, they don't make no other video games. Guess what? They just might if you stop buying it. Why I'm gonna fix something that you still purchasing? You know, and then, you know, finally, you know, as I walk through all this, you know, it comes back to things like sports, right? That's my wheelhouse and everything. Oh, every show I watch talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, every show talks about the SEC. Tom Brady. Who got the remote?
You do.
You have the remote. You are a wise man once told me.
Turn the TV off.
Some would even call him an intellectual. You choose what you consume. You choose what's in your algorithm. If you don't want the dumbassery in your algorithm, stop being a dumbass.
Stop being a dumbass.
So
hey, yo.
2-5 hates society.
Hey, that's a good. Hey.
Hey. Way to welcome a new segment, 2-5. You did all that without one
Yeah.
Hey, dog.
You know, every now and again, they call me 1-2-5. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, that was one of those times. Hey, I can't get mad at it. You made eloquent points, and I'm not even going to piggyback none of it. You did your thing. You did your thing. I
didn't even mention any words that started with J down, did I?
That's right. You did not say Jordan at all. You didn't say Jordan, not once.
I say Jordan or Jumpman.
Thank you for not saying Jordan. We really appreciate that.
I like that. I got a J word for you.
So with that being said, somehow we went from what does 2-5 hate and landed on what does Rez hate? Because apparently Rez is Mr. I don't want any sequels.
Yo. So before we get to my thing about sequels, I'm gonna let Jack open this door because this is his what is a real sequel like. We're gonna let him cook, and then we'll get into the discussion. Go ahead. You got it, bro.
Man. We give y'all, for all the people out there that don't know, a sequel is the second coming in a series to the first film. Therefore,
would you rather be the second coming or the first coming?
Never mind. It actually depends. It depends because there are sequels that are actually better than the first. So
not better than Jesus, though.
Well, his second coming is going to be better than the first. So. So, this is what a sequel does for you guys, audience. All right. So, a perfect sequel, it expands the universe, stays true to the original, deepens our characters, and gives us a surprise. If it does not have those 4 elements, it is not a good sequel.
Okay.
Once again, universe expands the universe.
The movie universe.
True to the so perfect sequel, Terminator 2.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Terminator 1.
Don't hate this.
T-1000 comes. I'm sorry. T-800 comes to kill. Do what he needs to do.
Okay.
He's looking for Sarah Connor, right? Get to know about the futuristic happenings and all that good stuff. Bottom line, you learned that there's a cyborg out here trying to kill people. Cool. T2 expands the universe, right? So we get more in depth about the future. We get a new cyborg, a newer version of it. And then we also get a new character to fall in love with. Not only are we having Sarah Connor, but now we get the John Connor. We heard about him. We didn't know where he was coming from.
Yeah.
Now we get
John Connor.
John Connor. On top of that, it stays true to the original, right? So we get the Terminator. Oh shit, Arnold Schwarzenegger's back. Ooh, they're in the mall. You don't know, but oh wait, he's the good guy.
He's the good guy now.
Is that not a surprise? It's a surprise. So
Why do they arrive naked?
That's not important.
Because they didn't make clothes in the future.
Yeah, that too. And when you get sent in the future, and in the way that they send it, you can't wear clothes.
You can't take your clothes with you.
It just sends your body. So whatever you're wearing, it's not like, it's not a bio.
It's a movie.
That too. It's a movie. Hey, and plot. Shut up. So the deepens our characters. All right. So you got to learn more about Sarah Connor. You got to see how they treated her after the first film. You got to see why she treats her son the way she does. Why she's a Looney Tune. It is a perfect sequel. Now, Rez, say what you got to say, brother.
I want to start by saying you did a great job of explaining what a good sequel is. And I'm going to tell you why I hate sequels. Because most sequels are not what you just explained.
That's true.
Most sequels are just, hey, we made a movie and it made a lot of money. So let's try that again. Let's just throw something else out there. And I got a couple examples for you.
Okay.
One, Black Panther. We discussed this before the pod. First Black Panther, cultural phenomenon, right? First superhero movie, not named Blade, that was starring black people, right? But unlike Blade, was catered to black people. This was our movie. Kids, we rented the entire movie theater to take 100 and some odd kids and their families to see the Black Panther when it came out. It was a cultural phenomenon. We went out, we watched the movie. You can debate whether or not you think it's a good movie, but for millions of
Black
people,
society, yes, you're absolutely
right.
It
was a movement.
Like this.
The problem that happened after it, shout out to Meteor Man, by the way, also. What happened after this is they decided, we made so much money on this first one, and we know that the actual Black Panther is dead. So let's make another one. Let's make some more money. But this time, we're going to really DEI it out. We're going to have a female Black Panther, and then we're going to introduce Namor, the Latino fish man.
Latino heat.
What does that have to do with the greatness of the first movie? Jack, a point that you made earlier that I completely forgot about, the actual Black Panther is in 4 minutes of this movie. I'll give you another one. Avatar 2.
No.
The Way of Water?
Avatar 2 is not a good movie. Do you know why it's not a good movie? Do you know why it's not a good movie?
Hold on.
Do you know why it's not a good movie?
Okay, Rez, tell me why you think it's a bad movie. Seriously.
Because I saw Black Panther 2. They already gave me the people that can swim and breathe on land. Already happened. Do you know what else they want to give us? Woman King 2.
You hate turtles?
I don't need to see it. Do you know why? Because I saw Black Panther 2. They already made the movie. I don't need it.
Why are you like this?
Okay, hold on, because
Why are you like this?
hold on.
I already saw it. Hey, I'll give you another one. Lion King 2. Who asked for that?
Wait,
Ghostbusters 2.
You said Lion King 2?
Yes.
Pause. Wait. Extend.
Simba's Pride. Get out of my face.
Expands the universe. You get to see Scar's family.
I will murder you.
Win.
No one gives a flying fuck about.
Nobody asked for this movie.
I am not going to let y'all disrespect Lion King 2: Simba's Pride. It is literally a good sequel. You just happen to be grown men when it came out. If you were 8, 9, 10 when it came out, you would respect it a lot more. Okay.
I'm sorry that I'm not 8, 9, or 10.
What about John Wick?
As Lion King 1? No. Did the studio put the same energy behind it? No. However, they did bring back most of the main characters.
Do you know why?
Secondly,
because they said we can make money.
It expanded the universe. It surprised us.
I will throw this at you. I will throw this at
where does John Wick?
Did it not deepen our characters?
Not watching that crap.
Oh, see, you did you wait? What
no, I didn't. I don't watch sequels. I just told you that.
Okay, so that's my point. You can't disrespect
John Wick 2. Is it better than John Wick 1?
John Wick 2 is actually my favorite one.
I actually don't.
The fight scene with him and Common on the train.
I don't like John Wick 2 at all.
Equalizer 2. Is it better than Equalizer 1?
Never saw Equalizer 2.
Equalizer 2 is not bad.
Is it better than Equalizer 1?
No.
However,
Saw 2. Wait, Saw 2 is better than Saw 1.
I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
There's one bad Saw movie that I've seen.
Nah, there's a lot of bad ones.
No, I've said that I've seen. I saw all of the first 5. I saw them all in the movie theater. That's the only. That is the only sequel.
So look, this right here
is mine. Swag.
This is a Mandela effect.
Saw 1. No Saw 2.
Never went. No, Saw 1.
Saw 1 never went to the theater.
It was an independent film, and it went crazy on Redbox.
I had Redbox.
Yeah.
So I saw it at my home.
Yeah.
And then when 2 came out, I went and saw it in theater.
No. I'm just saying.
Saw 2 was the one where they had the arm wrenching thing, right? That was Chris Rock.
No, that's Spiral.
No, that came way late.
No. Chris Rock was not in Spiral. He was not in Spiral.
Rez.
Chris Rock Saw was after like 10 Saws.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
all right, now we gotta
was.
look it up. I'm gonna look this up.
There were like 8 or 9 Saws.
Hey, hold on, Rez. How are you gonna literally know that I'm the movie guy?
I know you're the movie guy, and I appreciate that.
I've also co-signed, and you're like, nah.
Jigsaw, I think, came out before Chris Rock.
Spiral came out in 2018.
Spiral is not the one that Chris Rock's in, is it?
Yeah.
It is? I'm gonna take your word for it because I believe you.
No.
I trust you as a black man in America.
Spiral movie.
No, intellectuals don't take words.
We research.
I'm researching right now.
So I want everybody watching this to see. This is what we do. You actively research.
We are looking up information as we speak. New information, new synapses are being formed in my brain as I look for who was in Spiral. Was it Chris Rock or nah?
Now, what I will say to Rajan telling you guys that Avatar.
Oh, he was Samuel Jackson.
Oh yeah, the one you were talking about.
2021. You're right.
The one. So
guys.
What I want to say to everybody is in regards to Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is awesome.
It is.
It's really good. It's really good. And I know Rez is mad. And I also want everybody to know that James Cameron, while filming Avatar 1, he always had the intention on giving us multiple films. So the Avatar.
Donnie Wahlberg is in Saw 2.
Yes, he is.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. It's just not Chris Rock.
They're in the factory.
Yeah. I love how you're amazed. But anyway, Avatar 2 is a great film. So if you haven't seen it, please go see it because Avatar 3 is on the way.
New Saws are coming too.
I pray to God they stop.
I hope not. They really need to stop with the Saws for real though.
You got to stop that. However,
and
we
John
were talking
Wick
about it though, and yeah, John Wick.
Ballerina was fire.
Ballerina is a spinoff. We're not going to get into the definitions of those because whatever. But yeah, sequels are not bad, but sequels must be great in order to continue. So let me give y'all a great sequel.
Saw expanded the universe.
I'm gonna give y'all a great trilogy. All right,
Saw
and I know
1,
y'all will agree.
Saw 2, Saw 3.
Saw 3 is not that good.
Let's see.
Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3.
Never seen them.
You weren't a kid when they came out. However, if you look at Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, and you go to IMDb, I'm sorry, not IMDb. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. Well, now that the rage baiters and stuff have ruined the internet, I don't know. But they used to sit at a 99 to 100. That was it. They were not there. There was no lower scale than the 99 on any of the Toy Story films. Toy Story 4 came out, and I think it sits at like a 92 or something like that, which is still not bad. However, what I was saying is Toy Story is a great trilogy. If you're a nerd and you love Star Wars, you know that all the original 3, fire. If you are a person that pretends to hate the prequels, that's okay. I'm just saying.
I went back and watched the Star Warses, and dog, yeah, I like those. Those are good.
Did you watch all 9?
I watched all the way until I saw the Phantom Menace, and I think the Phantom Menace is when I dropped off.
I made it up to Rogue One, and then I kept falling asleep on Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rogue One is basically like a standoff. They do a TV show about Poe. I didn't watch it because Poe's dead. I hate when they do. It's kind of like when Marvel did the Black Widow thing, and Black Widow was already dead. Man, if you haven't seen these films by now,
I can't watch it.
3, 4, 5 years
I can't watch
out.
it because you ruined it for me.
I know.
You know what the great sequel is?
You know what else? Spoiler alert: Darth Vader is Luke's father.
That's crazy. No, we knew that one because we saw that one. Now, a great sequel is The Incredibles. Incredibles 2 is phenomenal.
I don't think I've seen the second one.
I don't like.
It's phenomenal.
I don't like The Incredibles.
You are a loser, sir.
I don't like The Incredibles, man. Like Incredibles 1.
I love you very much.
Kind of like Cars. I thought Cars was butt.
What?
Cars 1?
What? Where's my son?
Cars?
This is what he used need to come in.
Jack.
Listen, dog.
The thoughts of Xavier Jackson.
What?
AKA Radical Jack.
Get this guy out of
Not
here.
necessarily the views.
Get him out of here.
Or Mike Wilson.
Please comment below.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? What was
let me know.
time at the Apollo? Where's Sandman at?
We are very different.
Boy, I would call you the N-word out of here if that wasn't a distinguished intellectual.
Look, I'll give you this, Rez. I'll give you this. Cars 3 is fire. I'll give you that.
There is no Cars 3 without Cars 1, bro.
There isn't, but I'll give you Cars 3 is fire.
All right, I got the ultimate question of all the questions. Bro. Are you a no limit soldier or are you a Cash Money millionaire?
I'm from South Carolina, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm not only am I from South Carolina, I'm from South Carolina, and my high school years were 1995 through 2001, bro. Like all they had here was Cash Money No Limit. So like it's a real thing here in South Carolina, the Cash Money versus No Limit thing. If I was to say which I align more with, I would do it like this. Pre-1999, it's No Limit. Post-1999, it's Cash Money. In the verses was a no limit wash fest.
Yeah, it was bad.
I wonder what Darius Rucker thinks about this.
And they didn't even get to 20 songs. Remember that. They had to cut it early because Birdman's a ding dong. So
I don't know. I think as far as I go, give me Juvenile, give me Mac, and you can keep everybody else.
Or Mystical?
Hey,
I said what I said.
No, he's talking about Cash Money though. He said Juvenile.
Okay. So Mac. Mac. That's
Mac was nice, but Mac wasn't even prime. That's the thing. Mac wasn't even prime No Limit. Mac was on the back end when they were trying to do the new No Limit. Like Mac wasn't even like
the best rapper of all of them.
He was, but Mac's World War III came at the back end of the No Limit run.
Yeah, he came
that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
It's a great album.
Even me being from Baltimore, that's one of my favorite albums.
Mystical, and for all we definitely understand that Mystical has very egregious charges and is a nasty, nasty man. But if you're just talking about rapping lyrics, there is nobody on Cash Money that raps as well that rap at that time that rapped at the level that he did. None of them.
You was impressed with, saying I'm gonna piss on your Porsche and shit on your house, and I'm gonna take my plat out or take my brain out and whoop your ass with one of my plats.
The way he said it, yeah.
The way you said that just now made it sound.
The way you said it was new. The way Mystical said it.
All right, I'm talking about. I came here with my mic in my hand. Come on, man.
My foot in your ass. Be cool.
Don't worry about how I flip it.
I'll take BG over Mystical.
No, hell,
No, you're crazy.
you're on drugs.
You're
Sir.
Have you ever heard Still Smoking?
Yes, I've heard.
Oh my God.
You ain't heard Still Smoking. There
I
ain't no
heard
way you
that
heard
Still
Still Smoking.
Smoking.
You got the audacity to say anything about BG.
Bro,
I could do Still Smoking
You couldn't
the
have-
full
You
song.
could not have heard that and said
Like
that.
the full song.
The man right here, that is still Deion Sanders' theme song today.
Here I go. Here I go.
you talking about one song? I'm talking.
I'm
about
talking. No,
collection-
we
talking
named
about
5
multiple
songs.
We're talking about
I'm
multiple
talking
songs.
about a collection of body of work that spans.
Okay, you haven't named
album.
one BG song yet.
Cash Money is Army.
Oh yeah, remember that song, Raz?
I will throw Cash Money and
Remember when BG came out with
Get him out of here. And BG's not a bad. He's not a bad rapper. I mean, for what he is, I'm just saying. If you're talking the skill of rap, we've had mad conversations about the skill of rap. What it takes to be a skillful rapper. You're not going to tell me that BG was a more skillful rapper
BG's
than Mystical
best verse?
based
I
on the
am gonna
things that
tell
you
you-
look for in hip hop music.
What I am going to tell you is that I'm disappointed that after 30 years, Silk still can't find the beat.
He can't find it.
Honestly, no. To be honest, Silk wasn't that bad on the verses. Like I was actually listening for him to be really bad. He actually wasn't that bad. To be honest, like he actually wasn't.
What's the
But
what's
I
your
mean,
best? What's your favorite Silk verse?
There is no such thing.
I think
I
my
have a
favorite
song that I
verse
like by
is,
him because Mystical
Miss
made
My
it hard,
Homies.
and it goes.
I Miss My
It ain't
Homies.
my fault.
Yeah.
I think that's my
My-
favorite Silk verse.
It's either I always feel like somebody's watching me, or his verse in the Maya song
Which one?
on the
Moving
original
On.
Best of Me. Oh, moving on. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of those two.
I'm a
And
no
I don't
limit
like Silk
soldier,
the Shocker
know to
at
keep
all.
it rowdy, make you want to say and about it. Now one,
About it,
to
about
the
it.
two, to the three.
To the-
I ain't saying leave him, but you need to like roll with me.
He's awful, bro. Silk the Shocker might be the worst rapper of all time. Dead serious.
Nah, he's not the worst rapper of all time, but he's really
No,
really close
you
to
know
it.
what?
And like I said, I don't have a favorite verse.
Do you know who might be the worst rapper of all time?
No, I know who the worst rapper of all time is.
Hold on.
The worst rapper of all time is actually one of my favorite rappers.
Lyrical breakdown time.
Hey, yo, Rez, all I need you to
Rapper of
do
all time is
hey,
Uncle
look, when I
Murder.
say pause, I need you to just hit the space bar. All right.
That was an amazing
hold up.
segue.
So for everybody who's paying attention right now, I want y'all to know we are about to do a full lyrical breakdown
Lyrical
on
breakdown is coming.
my man Will Smith. So, get backstory. We were talking off pod. I gave these dudes like a big rundown on why Will Smith is one of my favorite humans to ever be a celebrity. And yeah, it came all the way full circle to this. So we're gonna do a lyrical breakdown of lyrical, what is it? Lemonade.
Lemonade. Lunch break freestyle. Lyrical Lemonade.
Yo, what's that word? It's Lotto, and we live with another episode of Lunch Break Freestyle. We got the legend Will Smith at the table today. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
This man has chicken wings. At the top.
Lyrical Lemonade. Okay.
Shout out Cardi. Shout out Cardi.
Yeah, y'all got me a little nervous. I know that I be on some other shit. I know that I'm different. I be on some y'all don't understand it. I don't mention it. Made it to the top of Hollywood without a membership. Killed them in July, then I switched to my December shit. I be overcoming.
First of all, shout out to him.
Shout out to Cardi B.
No. Shout out to him giving his son some love with the Just Water. You see how he put that perfectly right there?
It's just water. Hey.
Now, I be on some other shit. Made it to the top of Hollywood without a membership. All right? He did that. I told y'all why the other day. Remember? He got into Hollywood. He was a rapper. They didn't want him to be in there.
He didn't get a membership.
He did not get a membership.
I got a question. Who made it to the top of Hollywood with a membership?
I'll tell you after the pod. Play. Remember Jay Uso, Jack, Jiminy Cricket, just the Jays.
Yeah.
Anyway, hit play.
The Jays made it.
Shit that y'all be having trouble with. Let them run their mouths. I mean, really, that's what come with this. They built a wall, but I'm jumping it and loving it. They want me to be done with it, but I'm still having fun with it. Writing songs.
Let them run their mouth. right? What are y'all doing right now? Talking greasy. What has everybody else been doing? Talking greasy. What did I do? I put it on wax. They built a wall to double on, all right, because they built the wall. However, we already know what wall he's really referring to, and we just jump.
The Great Wall of China.
Sure. Play.
Writing checks, writing history, righting wrongs, but I'm still right mentally. I go to sleep and my ancestors visit me. They surround.
He watched Black Panther.
Right mentally.
He watched Black Panther.
No, because everybody keeps saying this guy has got to be off his rocker. He's going through a midlife crisis, Jada, blah, blah, blah. And he's letting everybody know, no, I'm good. I'm just my ish off. Play.
You're smoking this, bro.
Me, gave me the vision vividly, gave me a lion to protect me in this industry. Now I just walk and he chewed through my enemies. Feel like I'm just getting started, they tried to finish me. I'm like the universe, infinite, there's no end in me. This is the bounce back.
Wait, you gonna make us watch Will, y'all?
Bro, he channeled his inner DMX right there.
Whoa.
He was supposed to
watch Will, y'all.
Just play.
Whoa.
Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on him. This is the bounce back.
Go ahead.
It was the hook. And the bounce back is he is known as a rapper. He took a break. Now
without a membership.
Back. He's taking no. We're not talking about Hollywood anymore. We're talking about as a rapper.
Right.
Not to mention the first Grammy-winning rapper. Anyway, he took a break. He came back. This is the bounce back. No matter how goofy it sounds, this is the bounce back. This is me coming back to y'all, letting y'all know I still have rapping ability. Play.
Is he making it back to the top of Hollywood? Like this bounce back, like how far is he bouncing back? Because he made it to the top of Hollywood without a membership.
Yeah, and now he was
the highest selling rapper in the world. So is he jumping back there, or he's just making this stuff?
He's coming back to hip hop. This is
another switch.
This is a freestyle. This is
all right.
freestyle.
Okay.
These mics, I feel like I'm Customato. 100 rounds of life, but still boxing my shadow. Yeah, I took a knee, never threw in the towel though. Hip hop.
I'm on the mics, Customato. Come, stop playing, bro. Stop playing like that wasn't hard. Stop playing with me.
It was.
Because you gotta piss me off. It was
like
dope.
That.
All right, bro.
Rez, hit the ball.
Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo. Goal scored on these boys. I done won damn near every single award on these boys. Sold out movie theaters and even tours on these boys. Feeling.
Dog, we can't get through the end of his. Can we get 4 before you tell us to pause?
Go ahead.
Dang, bro.
Like a mop wipe the floor with these boys.
There you go. He wiped the floor with these boys. Go ahead.
Wiped the floor with these boys. Won damn near every award on these boys. All right.
So he's going back to that then?
That's where we at.
So he's going back to.
He coming for Kendrick now?
What is Will Smith doing? What does he got going on?
So he's about to win.
Hey, Golden Globe, Oscar, Grammy, American Music Award, Nickelodeon Award, BET Awards, MTV Award. Stop playing with
right, name one of those things.
I'm here for this Will Smith J. Cole battle.
Name 2 of those things that he did while my son was alive.
You got a Grammy while your son was alive? Wait, what year was RJ born?
He does not have a Grammy while my son's alive.
What year was RJ born?
RJ is 18 years old.
What year was he born?
2007 would be the math there.
2007. What Grammy did he win since 2007?
He won the Oscar. Anyway, watch Will, y'all.
Hey, I can't wait for the
Will, y'all.
I can't wait for the Drake Will Smith battle.
People ask me how I do it. I just bite off more than I can chew. Then I chew it.
There you go.
All right, so I'm glad
there you go.
I am the brush in the canvas.
There you go.
What he's saying is
he bites off more than he can chew.
What he's saying is,
and then he chews it.
I can make a goal that most people can't even obtain, and I'll still smoke it.
Wow.
What does that mean? Will Smith ran a marathon. I guess the people forgot about that. My man said, I'm going to run a marathon, didn't do a full year, did a short circuit training session, and ran a marathon. Keep going.
I like how you made
Yeah, y'all jokers thought I blew it. I pulled the pin out the grenade on purpose when I threw it. And even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'ma act bizarre.
I pulled the pin out the grenade, then I threw it. So I will say it's a terrible bar. It's whack. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to pull the pin out of it when you throw a grenade.
That's what you're supposed to.
It's not a good bar.
And it's
However,
okay for action stars to act bizarre.
That's being funny. I slapped Chris Rock. That was the Chris Rock bar, low key. Sometimes I'm gonna act bizarre. You know, like he's trying to poke fun at the situation because obviously we know he got backlash. Keep going.
Dog. You need him. He needs you as a publicist.
Cause I'm an artist at heart. I'm not just an actor, y'all. This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all.
Hey, is that the worst use of four bars ever?
Wait, which one?
Even though I'm an action star, sometimes I'm an act bizarre. Cause I'm an artist at heart. Is that the worst use?
No,
because
he's letting you know. No, because he's letting you know I'm an artist at heart. So people are thinking about the action star. They're thinking about the actor of Will Smith. They're thinking about the perfect guy.
This is the bounce back. Here come the bounce back. Keep your eyes on him. This is the bounce back.
Why did he think that was a good hook?
Keep your eyes on because it's the bounce back.
Watch
what I do.
That's what we're waiting for.
That's just being fun. He's having fun with it.
Are you having fun?
He just sounds like he's biting a bunch of.
I'm having a good time. Are you? You guys aren't having a good time?
I am.
You're having a great time.
All right, cool.
Will Smith. I hope Will Smith sees this.
Different people's style.
I'm having a good time. All right.
I hope Will Smith. I'm glad Jaden wrote him this verse, bro.
It's like watch me be Cardi B, morph into DMX, and then turn into Missy.
And Jaden Smith.
I don't know where the Cardi B thing is, but all right.
It's that initial.
Yeah.
It's a Cardi beat. This is a Cardi beat.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Let's eat.
No, it's not. This is the beat for I Just Wanna Rock for Louis Vert.
Okay, word.
Well, if you play I Just Wanna Rock, it goes and
yeah, that's right.
Hey, DJ Radical. Hey, come on, dog. Hey, I like that.
Oh, this is what you want.
If y'all want another lyrical breakdown, you know what I'm saying, just let us know.
Hey, put it in the comment section if you enjoyed Jack's lyrical breakdown, dog. And also recommend another awful rap lyric, rap bar verse freestyle that he can break down as well to go with this one.
I have no problem breaking down bars.
Oh, please break down push-ups. He would love to break down push-ups. He would love to break down push-ups.
Wicked.
I would so love to break down that song.
He would love to break down push-ups. I
listened to that song one time.
Top one,
I listened to that song one time.
Top one, piece it up.
I'm so tired of y'all, man.
He was like,
Hey, don't do that, man. I still rock with Drake. All right, I still rock with Drake.
Team OVO, man. I know.
Before we get out of here,
Rez knows I was fighting.
He was fighting hard, dog. He fought hard, dog. One day we're gonna recap that string of weeks.
I feel haunted, and all I hear is, Kendrick just open his mouth.
Somebody hit my Grammy right now. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. This was fun.
Oh man. First and foremost, happy Halloween. Most Halloween starts at 6 p.m. So make sure you guys are out there. Check your candy. Keep this safe. But most importantly, have a good time, man.
Do it.
You know, it's a good time. Have fun. I hope you guys enjoy what we are doing. As always, we appreciate everyone who tunes in, man. Whether you're a first-time or last-time listener, we're just three guys with a perspective, hoping to deliver a diverse way of thinking. Open dialogue. Always expand intelligence. Say less. Say more.
Say more.
Red-blooded men stand up. I'm a red-blooded man. We'll
be back next week, man.
I'm a red red-blooded man. I'm a red-blooded man. I'm a red-blooded man.